welcome to another exciting episode on the Multiple Bed Show with your host Queen Okpechi. The past series has been awesome. We've shared experiences and testimonies from several people and myself as well. But today I'm so excited about the guest we have tonight. He's no other person but the CEO of Complete Clothing, a dad of 4, Triplets plus 1, the dad of Daniela, Daniel and Emmanuel. He's a fashion designer, he's a fashionista like I call him, and he's here with us tonight. He doesn't only know how to teach people how to dress up or show us how to combine clothes, he also knows the techniques to raise a multiple bed. He's no other person but Mr. Andy Okpechi. Thank you, Mr. Andy Okpechi, for joining us today. You're welcome.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
I'm so excited to have you in this show because as a lot of people know you, you're into clothing, but they would also like to know how the past experience has been in combining your business to raising your multiple bad children.
It's been an amazing experience so far, though I'm not going to say that it's easy. But one thing is so sure, when it comes to raising multiple bad or raising kids, it involves, adequate attention. And when it comes to raising up kids, it's not only left for the women alone to do or the wives. It's something that's is for the both couples, the man and the woman. So, it's been amazing and I've been part of it. And I thank God I am.
Thank you so much. Now I do understand that before you had Samuel and the triplets, there was a season of waiting where you took few years before your wife and yourself obviously had babies. For you and for those listening out there, how was it? How was that moment for you? Was there a time where you felt discouraged? Was there a time where you thought it would never happen?
I said we no matter anything, we are still human beings. But when it comes to a situation like this, I don't really like calling it a time of waiting. I rather use the word, a time of believing, a time of hope. Believing so much, believing vividly that God will come through for you.
Amen. Because
when it comes to life, God is in charge of creation. So if He created human being, He gives kids as well. So when it comes to this time of waiting, it's a time you have to trust in God, believe so much in God that He'll come through for you. Amen. Because He came through for us.
Amen. Awesome. So now I know that when you guys went to obviously conduct a scan where you met the sonographer, there was a moment where your wife actually explained that you were not aware that she was expecting. So this was like a moment where you had gone to find out what was actually wrong. But when you got there, the news was shocking. Yeah. Now, this is the time where we need your honest truth. How did you take that? How did you take that news?
I would answer this in 2 ways. At first, there was butterflies in my tummy. Secondly, as a human being, to be honest, I was pretty nervous.
Of course.
Nervous of uncertainty, like I don't know what is coming to me because we both of us are inexperienced. We just had a son that is barely a year and some months, jumping from a son of a year and some months, maybe getting to 4 kids, 4 massive kids. So that's a period of uncertainty. So I was pretty scared, but at the same time, I was really happy. And one thing is sure, I believe that the giver of the gift is a perfect God.
Man.
Yes.
I know I've heard so many times on TV where people would say, oh, they had twins, they had triplets, and the husband ran away. Was there a time where that actually occurred to you that, oh, hang on a minute, I need to abandon this lady right now and actually dash off? You know, was there a time you kind of had that on that feeling?
I don't see any reason of running away, or any other man running away. What's the need? Why should you run away? And one thing I want to put out there is, when it comes to kids, or when it comes to family, as I said earlier on, is for the both couples. So, can you run away from yourself? Your wife and you are just the same. There's no difference.
That's right.
So if maybe at a situation of both of you trying to make kids, you have quadruplet or something even more massive than that, how can you run away from yourself? If you run away today, you still come back tomorrow. So there's no need running away today, you face it. So that is why you have to be a man. Because God created man in a way that he will be able to be like God. By that time is when the God in you will come out to face every situation. So I didn't think of running away. Why should I? Why should I? And at the same time, I love my wife. So we have to work together to make it happen. And we did. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Okpechi. So how did you overcome the changes? Because obviously you had just one child, and you were going about your normal activity, and then suddenly you got 3, so having 4. From the time you had that 4, what was the massive change that you were thinking about? So both yourself and your wife and the entire household, how did you cope? Having Samuel there as well, and then having to deal with the triplets as well.
As I said, it wasn't an easy one. It wasn't an easy one. It's a big change. It's a big change because everything had to change. The house you live in have to change. Okay. Your car have to change.
Yes.
I mean, everything in time have to change. So it wasn't easy. But one thing is sure, as I said before, this is a time of trust. When you trust in God, He makes everything happen for you. Okay? Because He was the person that gave you these keys. He will bless the work of your hands. And He did. It wasn't easy because then I have to use a period of 9 months to get a new house. I have to use a period of 9 months to buy a new car. But with God, it was possible.
Wow, awesome, awesome. Now, a lot of people do ask that, how do couples tend to cope in terms of intimacy, relationship when the kids start coming? Now, you had 1 and then obviously you had the 3, so that's 4 of them. Was there a time where you felt like neglected, you felt left out, you felt like the attention was going more to the children rather than yourself? Or did you feel like you blended in and embedded yourself together with the family?
Yeah, it does happen. There's no need to hide anything on this.
Yeah.
When kids come, I mean, there's every tendency that the relationship will skip a bit. But what matters most is the tendency of balancing it with immediate effect.
Okay.
At the first time, I mean, everybody, even me inclusive, I mean, everybody puts all the attention in the case, how we're going to bring them up, because we are inexperienced. It's just only me and my wife.
Process.
Yeah, so just only me and my wife, looking after 4 kids of almost the same age. So that time, all our attention, everybody's focus is on how to bring up this case. Okay? To be honest, even me at that moment, with some months, I wasn't even thinking about maybe, I don't know what to say, but
Are you scared that you might have more if you attempt to try anymore?
Not really being scared, but when your hands are full, so you're only thinking on, because excuse me, you don't even have time for that, because at the same time there are cries of babies everywhere. When you try to keep this one down, this one will be crying. When you're trying to make this one to sleep, another one will be awake. When another one is awake, the other one will want to eat. Yeah. So there's no time, there's no room for that at that moment.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, but at the same time, as couples, we have to make our time for ourselves.
That's right.
Because
it's very important,
having kids won't stop you from being who you are, or coming closer to your wife, getting entangled, or loving your wife, or the wife loving the husband. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that at that particular moment, it wasn't really an easy one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
It wasn't really an easy one.
Are you gonna try for more?
No. Capital, no. I don't think I'm. No. The thing is that when I got married, I only had plan of having only 3 kids, but yeah, God in His infinite mercy, I mean, He gave me an extra one. So why should I try for more? I have 2 boys and a lovely girl. That's a complete family. I'm not trying. I'm not trying. I'm not going to try. I don't want any more kids.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Okpechi, just before I let you go, I'm just going to ask you a few questions.
Yeah.
And one of them will be, if there's a couple out there that has just been told now that they're expecting multiple birth, and obviously you know how you were feeling with the butterfly and the uncertainty, what advice would you be giving out to that couple, especially the husband at this stage?
Yeah, as I truly said, the same thing. I mean, you still wait for that period of butterflies in your tummy and the period of uncertainty. And there's something I want to put out there before I go. You know, one thing is this that I want to put out. You know, people tend to trust so much in the manufacturer more than the creator. One is this, like, let me use the car we drive as an example. When our car developed fault and the mechanic told us that, that this is a very massive fault, we believe so much in the manufacturer that when we get to the manufacturer of the car, that they will be able to make it work again, because they feel so much that they have all the parts. The same way, inclusive, when it comes to God, because God made man, He created us in His image. So every of the human anatomy, all the parts, everything is in the storehouse of God. When the doctor says to you that, that this one is so serious, maybe you won't be able to have kids, or maybe you have this illness or something, because of this, it's going to stop you from having kids, maybe the man or the woman. Yeah, we say we fall back and become so weak that we don't remember that there's someone that owns you. There's someone that created you, that is the creator himself, that every spare part of the human anatomy is in his storehouse. Do you get me right? Yeah. So if we believe in that, I mean, there's no need to worry. Okay, look at me today. I mean, I'm a proud father of 4. God gave us 4 kids with the space of 1 year and 5 months. Imagine that. So, if he can do that for us, He can do that for you.
Amen. That's awesome. So, Mr. Okpechi, I know everyone out there would like to know, how did you cope? How did you handle it? So you had Samuel first, and then you had 3. So you had all 4 of them together in one house. How did you cope with all of that activities going on?
It was a very difficult experience, as I can say, because, you know, my house suddenly became a nursery. Noises everywhere. This one will be crying. When you try to put this one to bed, another one will wake up. When you try to feed this one, another one will want to eat at the same time. So it was a very, very difficult period. I could remember vividly when I tried to feed the 3 of them at the same time because they really want to eat. All I did was I got all the 3 car seats. I put all of them on the 3 car seats. Bring them close to a sofa that I was seated. I used 2 of my hands to hold the bottle, feeding this one, and draw this one closer, and put and put the other bottle at my chest to make sure that he'll be getting his as well. So it was a very good experience, because sometimes I don't think that I can do that. But when the period comes, God will even give you a kind of a knowledge.
Yes.
You understand? So, I mean, it was fun. It was fun and an experience, as I can say. Sometimes you don't get sleep.
That's the worst part of it.
For good 2 months plus, I can't remember sleeping, because I can remember my wife telling me, oh, can you stay awake a little so that I can get a nap? That's not even sleep. Okay? So, we did that. But with the help of God, we conquered. These kids are 5 years, getting to 6 years now.
That's right.
Getting to
That's
6 years
awesome.
now. So, it's something to appreciate God for.
Okay.
When people look at me and I tell them that I've got 4 kids, they don't believe. Even with me, people will even want to have multiple baths.
That's nice.
When they look at me, if I can still look like this with all this experience that I've just told you now, and look at this and look like this, people will want to have multiple baths.
And I think, just lastly, one of the challenges that people tend to face is going out with the kids. Now, for you and your wife, you had those 3 and then you had the 4, and I heard you saying you changed your car to obviously 7-seater. Places like going to church, shopping, going out, how did you cope?
Yeah, no matter the kind of 7-seater cars you have, there must be bogies in your boot. So because what we really do is this. I mean, we have 2 bogies. Immediately we park our car, we bring them out. My wife will push one and I'll push one. We go to where we are going, buy what we want to buy, bring them back, put the buggy inside the car.
That's double
and
buggies, yeah.
Yes, that's double buggy. So that's an experience by itself.
Fantastic. All right, so thank you so much, Mr. Okpechi. It's such a pleasure having you on this show. And as you can see out there, Mr. Okpechi is well experienced. He knows it all. In fact, I've learned a few bits out of him just speaking to him. But I remain your host, Queen Okpechi, and please continue to watch us, share, subscribe, like our page, comment, and as well, if you want to come down and have a chat with me, please do so. Email me or give me a call, and I'll be right there to do the interview. Have an awesome day, and by the way, stay blessed and share to other friends. Share and keep sharing. Thank you. I remain your host, Queen Okpechi.